Welcome a student. Today we shall continue our chapter probability. In earlier class we discussed some basic informations of probability. In this class we shall continue our chapter. So let's start our class. Today we are going to discuss complementary event. What is the meaning of complementary? Those events which are not occur. Those events which are not occur or not possible. It is known as complementary event. It is denoted by not E. And we know that probability of event and probability of not event is always equals to 1. In earlier class we already discussed probability always lies between 0 to 1. Whatever event occur, probability can't be greater than 1. Always remember. This is known as complementary event, and therefore the formula of complementary event P naught E is equals to 1 minus P of E, where P of E is probability of an event. Clear? Now next we discuss some important points, and I repeat once again, probability of event is equals to favorable outcomes by total possible outcomes. Total possible outcomes. This is the formula of probability. Probability is equals to number of favorable outcomes by total possible outcome. This is the basic formula of probability. And now we discuss some important points related to probability. This one is very important one. Point first is probability always lies between 0. Either probability is the minimum value of probability will be 0 and maximum value will be 1, but not greater than 1. Clear? Now second one, probability of event will be 0. What is its meaning? Where E is an impossible event. Any event which is not possible, it is the meaning that its probability will be 0. Which one? Which event is not possible or impossible. Now second one, probability of event is 1 when E is an sure event. It means what? Event will be occurred. That will be known as sure event. And last one is, earlier we know that probability P naught E is known as complementary event. Probability of an complementary event is 1 minus probability of an event. I hope this one is clear to you. This is a question. Question is said, a die or dice, both are same. A die is thrown once. A die is thrown once. Then what is the probability? Then what is the probability of getting a prime number? See how we solve. What question is said? We have to calculate probability of getting prime number. See, whatever we have to calculate, just we have to write down in this way. First you write this. Let E be an event of prime number. Let E be the event of prime number. First we have to write like that. Whatever we have to calculate, just we have to write in the form of event, that is E. Now then write down total possible outcomes. Total possible outcomes is equals to, we know that in a dice there are 6 faces. How many outcomes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 faces. It means what? The total possible outcomes will be 6. That is 6. Clear? I hope up to this test clear to you. Now read the question. What we have to calculate? Calculate the probability of prime number. Now in this, how many prime numbers are there? See, 1 prime number, 2 prime number, 3 prime number, and we know that The basic definition of prime number, the number which divides itself, it is known as prime number. So then you have to write down number of favorable outcomes. What are the outcomes? 2, 3, 5 are the prime number. These prime number we have to calculate from our dice, that is 3. Then use the formula probability of getting a prime number, probability of getting a prime number, and we know that the formula probability of an event is number of favorable outcomes by total possible outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes is our 3 and possible outcomes is 6, that is 1 by 2. I hope this one is clear to you. Take another question. Question is said, 2 coins are tossed. 2 coins are tossed simultaneously then what is the probability of getting at least one head, See what question is said. We have 2 coins and we have to toss 2 coins simultaneously. Then we have to calculate what is the probability of getting at least one head. We have to proceed in same way. Just you have to assume let E be the event of at least one head. Clear? Those we have to calculate it, just we have to write in this way. Next, right here total possible outcomes. What are the total possible outcomes? How write? We have 2 coins and we have to toss. We have 2 coins, we have to toss simultaneously. We have 2 coins in a one coin in left hand, another coin in right hand. We have to toss simultaneously. In first event, in both we get head. Now tossed again, head, tail. Now tossed again, we get tail, head. Now tossed again, tail. These are the maximum number of possibility, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. It means what? Total possible outcomes will be 4. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate a probability of getting at least one head. Now write down the number of favorable outcomes. What we have to calculate? At least one head. These contain at least one head, right here. These contain at least one head, right here. Now these contain at least one head, right here. And see last one, both are tail. That doesn't contain any head. That's why we have to exclude it. It means what? The number of favorable outcomes will be what? 1, 2, 3. It means what? 3. Clear? Now write down in this way. Now probability of getting at least one head is equals to what? We know that the formula favorable outcomes by possible outcomes. Favorable outcomes is 3. Total possible outcomes will be our 4. That is probability is our 3 by 4. I hope this one is clear to you.